everyone, Mary Lou Andre back again with another edition of Beyond Dressing Well Live. This is our annual Thanksgiving celebration, so welcome to all of you. Please put in the chat where you're calling in from. We'd love to see who's on the line, and I personally answer every single comment after the show. So please let us know that you're here, where you're calling in from, what you're thankful for right now, and we have a really great program planned for you. So tonight's show, again, it's our annual Thanksgiving special, and it's, oops, I'm going to start at the top because my camera just went off. Hello, Marilyn Bernard. Hello, Fran Leonard. So here we are. Welcome, everyone. I'm going to start over because we had a little bit of a tech glitch there. But this is our annual Thanksgiving program. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you to all of you for being members of this very special community. We love all of you, and we just love serving and delighting and bringing, hopefully, information that is relevant, that makes getting out the door faster, quicker, feeling better than ever, much easier for all of you joining us. So tonight's show, again, is our Thanksgiving special. It's about thanking, retiring, and rebooting your wardrobe. So I've got a lot of goodies here to go through. But again, I wanted to start our Thanksgiving special with a big hello. Thank you to all of you. Please put in the chat where you're calling in from. Put something in the chat that you're grateful for. November, after all, is the month of gratitude, and there's just so much to be thankful for in our world, and I'm sure there's a lot to be thankful in your world as well. Hello, Sarah. I just see you popping in there. One person that I am extremely grateful for all the time, but definitely grateful for when we're making that one of the priorities, which the show is all about. So a couple of announcements. We have a brand new blog out today. If you didn't get it in your email box, put blog in the comments and Sarah will send you a link to sign up to get it. But the blog is 5 booty trends to help reboot your style. So I'll get to that in a little bit. We also, our rack, we are having a Black Friday sale on our rack. Sarah will put a link in the chat. Put in the chat if you love our rack. We always give it a big shout out on this call, but it has been something that really has been awesome this year. We got it back in stock in June. We sold so many of them through the summer. So we just restocked them for the holidays, and we're going to have free shipping again now through midnight on Black Friday. So if you don't have one of those racks, Sarah will put a link in there to get one, or if you just even want to drop rack in the comments, she's happy to send you a link later on. So, and the other announcement, of course, is hello to all of our insiders. There's so many of you on our call. We are so grateful for that program. And if you're not in it, if you're not in that program yet, get in there. Some of the things that I'm going to be sharing tonight, I'm just touching on what is shared in that program. It's not only a phenomenal community, but you're going to be able to get much more interaction with Sarah. It's on Zoom. At the Facebook, it's really hard to interact with all you guys. You get a community. You get 2 closet jams, which help you. It's implementation Saturdays where Sarah stays on the line for 2 hours and helps you go through your closet. I'm going to do a little bit about how you can tell. I've got some feedback. People wanted to know on our last show, which seems so long ago now. It's been a while since I've been on with you guys, but somebody wrote to me afterwards. I was sharing how I had retired, I think it was 8 or 10 pieces right before the last live show, and somebody wrote to me and said, and I actually, it was my friend down in Florida, Marcia Abbott, was like, how can you tell when it's time to get rid of something? And I don't like to say get rid of, I like to say retire. So I'm going to show you a little bit about that. But again, that Insiders program, that's all they do over there. So if you like this program, you will love that one even more. And I just wanted to give a shout out again to all of our insiders. And as we go through our season of gratitude, I'm certainly grateful for all of you. So let's kick things off first by thanking areas of our wardrobe. Then I will give you a couple of pointers on retiring and rebooting. So the first thing is, gratitude for your footwear. Let's start with that. Gratitude for them getting you out the door, allowing you to move, and maybe your retire in that area is things that hurt your feet, that are worn beyond repair. You know, this time of year, it's not a bad idea to grab a tote and head to the cobbler or the shoe repair and add some love to those. And if they're worn beyond repair, that's another reason to remove them from your home. And we do not throw things out around here. We retire with purpose. We give them to friends and others that can enjoy them. One of your strategies, if you're in our community, you've heard us say it 100 times, is identify some of the amazing charities out there that need your things, and thank everything for their service and then retire them. So footwear, and we're going to do a whole thing on booties, so I'll save my reboot for that part of the show. But the next one, I love my sweaters, so let's just give our sweaters a little bit of love. Just kind of reflect when you're, especially this time of year in many parts of the world, when you're chilly, they keep you warm. And maybe you need to retire some that are just really worn, really pilly, that you're tired of. And maybe you reboot with some fresh colors that really make your heart sing. So a big shout out to our sweaters. Give them some thanks. And again, whenever you retire anything, you thank them for your service and you pass them along with love and respect. Number 3, appreciate the warmth of your winter coats. It really turned here in the last couple of weeks. So I've had many winter coats on it. You go from wearing sweaters or very minimal layers here in New England to really needing your winter coat. So if you haven't been in your winter coat closet, get in there, see what still fits, see what you still love. I know for me, everything is a little bit oversized right now, so I have put away some of my beautiful tailored coats that are very fitted, not quite ready to get rid of them yet, but I'm not wearing them, so I'm removing them from my everyday closet, and I'm definitely reaching for the ones that are a little bit more roomy, a little bit more of a modern vibe, and the ones that I'm really done with, there are so many awesome coat drives going on in all parts of the world. Get on the Google machine, find one. We're affiliated here in the Boston area with Coats for Kids and Family, which is run by the Anton's family, good friends of ours, Anton's Dry Cleaning. I think they have about 48 or 49 dry cleaners throughout Greater Boston and Southern New Hampshire, but they have an amazing drive going on right now. You can bring coats to any Anton's. They also are affiliated with Jordan's Furniture, so if you don't have a Jordan's and an Anton's, I'm sure you have some type of coat drive in your neck of the woods. It's a great, people really need those coats. Get in your closet and donate, but again, be very thankful and grateful that you have coats that keep you warm and allow you to express your individual style. Number 4 is accessories. Every time we go into someone's home, sometimes we do sessions with people just on accessories because they have so much great stuff that we want to get the wardrobe together first and really have a beautiful backdrop for these beautiful pieces. So really helping people refresh their basics, get the fit down. But if you have someone that loves your jewelry, maybe your reboot is just wearing it more. So we're coming up on the holidays, lots of parties. If you've been hanging around with us for a while, one of my secret strategies is throw a black dress on, throw a black top and black pants, and then load up on the jewelry and you're dressed. You're out the door faster, ready, feeling better than ever. So a big shout out to our jewelry that allows us to shine in unique ways. And number 5, if you're lucky to work from home, I know I am, just some gratitude to the Zoom tops and the stretchy pants that let you do your job well. And maybe the retirement in that category is stuff that you're really sick and tired of. I know every once in a while I'm like, I am never wearing that top again on Zoom. I am so sick of it. If you're sick of it, you could be looking sick and tired just by the energy of the sick and tired putting it on. So maybe you take away, you guys know that I always love to leave you guys with 2 or 3 tips that you can take away and implement immediately. Maybe your to-do, maybe your reboot is to get some fresh Zoom tops. I just did. And what I have on tonight, do you like my top? I just bought 3 new blouses. This is one of them. And it was really to have some fresh things for the holidays in my wardrobe, and also to have some fresh things for Zoom. So that's kind of the first part of our show, which is really thanking our clothes, getting our focus back on having clothes be a celebration, have them be things in our life that serve us, make us happy, give us joy, don't hurt, still fit. So that's always a big part of our message. And again, when you show up feeling awesome, everybody benefits. And then what I wanted to do before we dive into the blog, which again is on booties, if you didn't get the blog, put blog in the comment and Sarah will make sure that you get a link to join our mailing list. We do a blog every single month. They're a big hit. They are beautifully illustrated. I write them, Sarah illustrates them. So if you haven't seen it yet, everything I'm talking about will come to life even more with that visual tool. So dressingwell.com/blog to get it, or put blog in the comments and we're happy to send you a link. Some other announcements: the rack is going to be our Black Friday sale item this year, and because you're in our community and you are so special to us, you can get the rack. Just put rack in the comments and we'll send you a link so that you don't have to pay shipping. All right, so what I thought I would do, again, I mentioned at the beginning of the call, the last time I was here, which was in October, and we did our How to Layer Like a Pro. It was a big hit. All of our live shows, by the way, are in our YouTube channel. Sarah, if you can put the YouTube channel link in the comments too, that would be great. And the feedback from a few people, and Marcia Abbott, if you're on the line, it was definitely, I do recall you were one of the people that reached out to me. The question that was coming at me was, how do you know when things are dated? How do you know when it's time to retire things? So I'm going to demonstrate just a couple of outfits, and again, our Dressing Well Insiders is where you want to be if you want to do a deeper dive on really understanding what in your closet you should retire, what you should add. There's an amazing Facebook group. You can throw pictures of things in there and get instant feedback. Sarah Zengo monitors that. She is an expert stylist, so you're always going to get really honest feedback from either Sarah, or there's so many fashionistas in that group as well. So what I did, I think you guys know that I have been on a barrel jean kick. I am obsessed with these pants. I just bought 3 pairs. And by the way, we were at Canyon Ranch last week. Put in the chat if you were there with us. It was just such a beautiful retreat. And I did some shopping, of course, to get ready for that. And I brought I wore 2 different pairs of barrel jeans on that trip, barrel pants I should say. One was jeans and 2 were pants, but that's something else that I'm just really grateful for. It was our 5th retreat and it was at Canyon Ranch. I was telling the ladies that came with us, I think in 2013 I put on my vision board, bring a group of clients to Canyon Ranch, and here we are. We've done it 3 times. So if you're interested in joining some of our programs that include access to those retreats, just put in the chat retreat and I'll personally reach out to you. I'm happy to share, but it was just an amazing experience, and thank you to all who made it so incredible. Community, connection, there's nothing like it. So anyway, back to my barrel jeans. These are the barrel jeans. They're wider in the leg and then they're a little smaller. And you really got to go the distance to get the fit. So when I landed on these in their cranberry burgundy color, which is a really hot color, and it's a color that I wear a lot of, I landed on them. They fit me really well. And I went home and I pulled out all my burgundy. This is how you pull outfits together, and this is how you start to retire pieces when you bring new styles in. So back in the day, I'm talking, wow, probably 8 years ago, I bought these pants. They're Theory. They're really skinny. I have not worn them in a while. I lived in them when I first got them. I wore big over-the-knee black boots with them. And when I was at the store, I didn't just buy these. I bought a complete outfit. So I bought this rag and bone sweater at the same time, V-neck. It's pretty low. I put a little black cami in there, and it went really nice with the pants. And then I bought this, I think it's Theory, this is Theory, this poncho, kind of a shawl, at the same time. So I can't even tell you how many times I wore this shawl poncho. It's pretty warm. I've been living in it again. The sweater, the skinny pants, which I'm not gonna get rid of these, because if skinnies come back, these are really nice and they still fit me. But I've completely removed them from my everyday wardrobe. So I do have a closet in a spare room that I keep things that I'm not ready to give away, but I don't. So I'm retiring them for the season, but I'm not retiring them like taking them out of the house, which I'll show you some of the things that are leaving the house pretty soon. I saved them just to be able to have them on this live show. And I also have a closet so that I can pick and choose for the live show too. So these are going away. And when I went to Canyon Ranch, Sarah and I had an amazing day. She and I spent an extra night there. But we went out and about in Lenox, Massachusetts, and I wore the barrel jeans. The sweater's a little too low for me. So I also purchased this little vest at Uniglow. Oh my God, that is like such a great brand. But I loved that the vest gave me an extra layer. It was snowing out in Lenox, and I don't have to deal with the V-neck. But I have the sleeve, I have the shorter. So I had to I left the tails of this out, but I tucked the front of this in. So I got the shorter look. I got my new barrel jeans, which I am obsessing over. And then, because when I brought these in, I brought everything that was in the same color story. And I wore this, and the day that Sarah and I went out, it was snowing. I needed a hood, so I took the cape off and I put the puffer vest. It was really cold. The sweater, which is pretty lightweight, which I like. And then, you know, I've had this jacket, one of my puffers, and I had that, you know, which has got the kind of cool arm. It's got the hood. And again, the only thing that I added was this puffer vest. And then I also eliminated, I had a longer puffer vest. And again, I didn't get rid of it, but I always have a bag of things that goes to my cape house. So my longer vest went to the cape, because if I'm down there in the spring or fall and doing yard work, that's how I do it. So I'm always thinking repurposing, giving to someone else that needs it. I send a ton of things to my sister, to my niece. And then when we get to the shoes, this is really funny. You're probably saying, what shoes did she wear with the barrel jeans? And so right now, and going to Canyon Ranch, I could have worn these Steve Madden sneakers. I couldn't have worn them in the snow, or I didn't want to wear them in the snow. But last year when we were at Canyon Ranch, it was like, I don't know, 60, 70 degrees. But right now, I'm kind of moving away from sneakers, and I am really going into my boots and booties, which is part of this show tonight and part of the blog. But this is when it gets interesting. So I bought these last year. I usually do really well with Steve Madden. These are 6.5. I didn't try them on at the store because I'm usually a 6.5. And I have been putting these on for a year and they kill my feet. So I actually took these to Canyon Ranch to give to Sarah, who has a foot a little bit smaller than me. And she, of course, loved them. I had her drop them off here this morning so that I could show you all. But the worst thing you can do, and I think these are adorable, they look super cute on Sarah, is keep things that were a mistake. You know, I always say my husband goes golfing and spends all that money. If I go, these were probably, if I know me, I got them at Macy's. They were probably $59, $60. I can give them to Sarah. They're out of sight. I don't have like, you know, all this stuff that I'm trying to figure out. They weren't a mistake because I used them on the live show and I could have returned them if I wanted to. I didn't. So Sarah, these are going back to you. And then I went into my boots and you know, I've got these little Uggs with the lug sole that is on our list for booties, and they look fine. But what I grabbed were these. These are my Kurt Geiger boots, and you see they've got a little bit more shaft. They've got a taller shaft. The barrel pants are a little bit shorter, so I just loved the weight with the coat, with the shawl, with the vest. And I like that these give the whole outfit a little bit more edge. Can I wear these with them? Absolutely. But I've had these for so long and I wear them so casually that I just wanted a little bit different vibe. So I'm sharing that, and I hope that that makes sense. It's about when you introduce a new style, going home and seeing what you have that works with it before you just start spending and spending and spending. This cream blazer, I bought it for a photo shoot. I did wear it for the photo shoot. It was never my favorite, but I was really wanted to have a cream blazer. So I used that for the photo shoot. I had it as a placeholder. I never wore it. Hello again, Fran. Thanks for joining again. And then when I found this more designer cream blazer, isn't it pretty? I wear it a lot. I definitely started wearing this a lot, and I think it was Marsha Abbott that asked me to explain kind of my philosophy for retiring things. There is nothing wrong with this blazer. It's just this one's better. I never wear this one. So this is going into, I have a small closet that I save for helping other people get ready for photo shoots, some of our corporate programs. So I'm just removing it. And the reason is I don't want so much stuff in my closet. I want the things that I wear. A lot of times things are placeholders until I can buy something else. I also have a kind of a white faux leather bomber jacket that's shorter, and I wear this with a lot of my high-waisted jeans and pants, so I really don't need much more than that on a day-to-day basis. So I wanted to explain that. I also showed you how I purchased this jacket. It's pretty long on me, but when I wear it unbuttoned with the pockets, and then I had this little top that I was actually going to return. It's INC from Macy's, and I'm loving these kind of geometric prints. I find that everybody I'm working with right now is really hot, including myself, so I love to have a long sleeve tee that has some punch, and because I had everything hanging on my rack, it was so easy to put this underneath it. I can wear it with the really exaggerated barrel pants that I just bought that I really like. I know they look really big on me, but I feel like a cool girl in them. And I know that I have enough events with my girlfriends that they'll be fine. And I'm also wearing them with the clunky boots. So I wanted to share that. And then onto the blog, the Western booties. Again, I didn't buy much in the footwear department because I have a lot and I want to invest in my new barrel leg pants, etc. But these are my Western booties. I have broken them in. I got these in Miami in the right, my goodness, I think 2021. We were down in Miami. I remember because I was wearing a mask when I bought them. But they're broken in. They look so great with, I wear these with bootcut jeans. I also love them with any kind of mini dress. So the goal with the cowboy boots is you want them to look cool, not like a costume. So I wanted to show you those. And then I still have these, but this is like, these expose my ankle, and they're not terrible, but they're kind of dated. I never reached for them. Once I got the cooler shape, I do great with a pointy toe. And of course the cowboy boots are also, their signature look is this kind of block heel that goes with them. So that's the Western style booty. What else do I have? Oh, gloves. Gloves for the feet, I call them. Sock booties. I have these right now. I had these on yesterday all day, but these are my Stuart Weitzman. I have a lot of Stuart Weitzman shoes. These are getting a little high for me. I can't wear these every day, but this is what I mean about a sock booty. And these look so nice with, you know, it's a really big trend too. I don't have it, but the slip skirts are everywhere. So if you wear this booty with a slip skirt, they're satin, they look like a slip, and then put like a mohair sweater, short sweater on with that, the boot connects to the sweater, and the skirt becomes the star of the show. So I wanted to show you the gloves. And then of course zip front. I don't have any right now. My snow boots are actually zip front. Zip front are absolutely the easiest to get on your foot. And I know I was just talking to my mom today about them. They're just easier for her to put on. The other thing is the reason why I like so much the lug soles and the zippers is they're just sturdier on your feet, and you want to be safe. I was just talking to a client who was sending me, she wanted loafers, and she kept sending me all these high-end brands, and Rag & Bone comes to mind, Chloe comes to mind. The leather's so stiff, they're not comfortable, and I said, you are gonna go flying. I said, get some lug-soled loafers. So whether it's booties or loafers, wintertime, in most areas of the world, especially at a certain age, think of safety and comfort first. And that is our fifth style in the booty. We're not talking about tall boots. We're really sticking with booties. Our blog is amazing. If you haven't seen it, put blog in the comments if you're not currently on our email list. But it went out today. I think it went out about 3 o'clock. It is beautifully illustrated. There's I think Sarah puts 5 or 7 pictures with each of these, but the 5 booty trends that we are loving right now with our clients, I could have done a list of 20, but right now the ones that I'm purchasing the most for folks, and again, if you're really struggling with how to upgrade your wardrobe, we have gift certificates. We have our Insiders program. Get on a phone call. We are happy to listen and make recommendations, but it is 2025, soon to be 2026. There is no reason why you should be struggling with your wardrobe. We have solutions. We love what we do, and we love building wardrobes that reflect how you live every day and how you want to show up for your one and only life. So I think I covered everything. I'm looking at my rack. I think I covered everything that I wanted to cover. One more thing here. I was going through my bags, and I was about to get rid of this bag. And when I say get rid of it, and again, I know a lot of you were asking about when do you retire things? How do you know? I give all these bags to Dress for Success. Annie McGonigal, if you are listening, this one is coming your way. But I did upgrade one of my totes, and my totes right now, the handles are a lot shorter, and they're not, now I love this bag, it's gray. I have another gray bag, and I actually have a whole bunch of stuff in here that I am retiring. This is funny. I'm getting rid of these little ballet flats. They're all in here. I'm getting rid of these cork flats. I didn't wear them at all this summer. A couple of scarves, nothing wrong with them, but they're great donations. But when I was getting rid of it, I found this little scarf, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is great. And I wanted to show it to you because tying these scarves on a bag is a great way to utilize them. And I don't know if you can see that, but there's a lot of brown. There's brown and gray. So now I can wear this bag with brown. So I'm just trying to, and then I saw, you know, I have a whole bunch of stuff that's being donated here. And I found this little necklace that somebody asked me to give a new home. And it's got the gray and the brown. And Oh my goodness, this is art, people, and we love art projects. We love our clients. We love Thanksgiving. We love November. December is also full of joy. Gift certificates. Our rack is going to be our Black Friday special. What else can I say? Thank you all for showing up for us. When you show up for us, we show up for you. And again, I hope you took 2 or 3, maybe 4 or 5 tips that you can implement immediately. And I want to wish you and your families the best Thanksgiving. We are living in crazy times, but being gracious and having a giving heart, and you can't be grateful and resentful at the same time. So I encourage all of you to get in your closet, make that one of the more joyful places today, and thank your clothes for what they do for you. They show up for you too. And when they need to be retired, do it with respect. Thank them for their service. And I am not blowing smoke. I absolutely do this with my client. We have thank them for the service and release them to the universe, because other people can use the things that don't work for you anymore. So I am going to wrap up. You guys know where to find us. It is always a joy to show up on Wednesday nights for all of you, and we'll be back for one more show in December. We don't have the date yet, but we'll be setting it pretty soon. And again, I wish you all an awesome Thanksgiving. See you later. Bye-bye.